Hello everyone, it is Shipwreck Samantha here, and today I'm going to be talking about 5 things I wish I knew when I started drawing. This will be kind of me talking to my past self. So one of the first things I wish I knew while I started drawing was it'll take a lot of work. I started drawing thinking that if I just keep doing it, eventually one day I'll be really good. And so I don't really have to worry about it, because even if I'm not great at it right now, well, I'll be great at it someday, so I don't have to worry about it, right? Not necessarily, because I'm at the age where when I was younger, I expected to be perfect at artwork. I'm 18 now, and I figured, well, by the time I'm an adult, I'll be an awesome professional artist. And though I really love how far I've come, I'm not nearly as far as I really expected to be. And I'm gonna be completely honest in saying that, but that's okay that I'm not as far as I wanted to be. But when I say that, I mean that don't just expect that one day you'll be as good as you want to be. If you have that goal in mind, that is awesome. You're already one step ahead of the game if you have a skill level that you already are aspiring to be at. So what I would say to you is put more effort into it and know that it's going to take a lot of work. And don't just expect that one day you'll magically be better just because you're drawing things that you like to draw. You're gonna have to draw things you don't want to draw and get out of your comfort zone. So stop avoiding the things that you don't like and start drawing the things that you know you're terrible at and you hate drawing, because you have to accept that you're gonna have to face those things. They may not be fears, but you react to them in a similar way. So face those drawing fears and get over it. Draw the things you don't like, put in the work, put in the research, do your homework, and you will be a lot better off. The next thing I'd like to talk about is you won't get far on your own. Stop telling yourself that, oh, because you're self-taught, you'll figure everything out someday, and that you don't need professional training because you're an artist and artists don't have to go to school. Now, true, you don't have to go to school to be an artist. You don't have to do really much at all to be an artist, but if you want to be a really good professional artist, you need official professional training, even if that means not going to a college. Because just because you need professional training, that doesn't mean you have to go to a college. It just means you need somebody more experienced than you to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you need to improve on. So know that it's okay to look for outside help. Stop telling yourself that you can do it all on your own and you'll just figure it out the more you draw. Because even if that's true, even if you do get there someday, it will be a lot slower and it will take a lot longer. And if you want to get to where you want to be by the time you're 18, you need to put in the work, and you also need to accept that you don't need to be doing it on your own, because you're wasting time doing it by yourself. Even if you'll get there someday, don't you want to get there faster? Find somebody that you know that is really experienced, or find classes online. They don't have to even be college classes. Find courses from professional artists, because they're out there. Artists will make professional courses on how to do specific things that will help you. For anyone out there looking for specific training for things in the illustration field, but you don't want to pay for college, or you just don't know what degree to choose, so you want to kind of try everything, I'd recommend going to SVS Learn. It's Society of Visual Storytellers, and it is a really amazing website that I'm a part of. That's a subscription-based website for a lot of different courses and things that you can do. So I definitely recommend checking it out. I'm not at all in any way sponsored by SVS Learn, but I just think it's a really awesome tool that more people need to know about. So I will leave a link in the description below to go check that out, because I took the environmental design course, which is awesome, and I'm currently on the composition course, so I recommend checking those out. So back to what I was saying, you need to accept the fact that you're not going to get there on your own nearly as fast as you want to. Don't be so stubborn, and stop telling yourself and other people that you don't need any help and you don't want any help. Just admit your faults, get to it, and get to work. The next thing I wish I knew when I started drawing was you need to get to work. You need to do the work. You need to put the work in if you want the result. And you can't just assume that one day you're going to get there. You need to accept the fact that if you're going to get there someday, you have to put in the effort. Just like somebody who wants to be big and strong one day doesn't just put off going to the gym and go, one day when I'm older, I'll go to the gym a lot. Do it now. Go to the gym. Work out every day. Create a schedule and create goals that you want to meet. People do that with sports and exercising, so why don't people do it with artwork? You need to accept the fact that you need to be drawing a lot if you want to get better. So draw every day. It doesn't have to be a lot. Even if you start a drawing and don't finish it, that's okay. You don't have to sit down and spend 3 hours a day drawing. But the more you draw, the better, and the farther along you'll be. The next topic I'd like to cover is you need to draw every day. You spend a lot of time playing Minecraft and fiddling around with silly little things like Minecraft and Minecraft and more Minecraft. Stop spending so much time on things that will be no use to you in the future and have no meaning. Spend more time drawing, because even if it doesn't always seem as fun as building a fortress in Minecraft, just know that it'll be a lot better in the long run. You won't even remember what you built in the game. You won't even care anymore. Those big empires that you built and the cool castles with realistic furniture and time-accurate decorations won't matter in the future as much as you think they will. So there's no need to spend so much time on all those video games, even if you can enjoy them every once in a while. Spend more of your time drawing. Spend more of your time studying, because it's easy to just do things that don't require a lot of thought and just play video games because they're easy. And drawing is hard when you don't want to. It's easy to get sucked into the things that are more interesting, or at least seem more interesting in the moment. So you have to accept the fact that you're going to have to draw even when you don't want to. But when you push through it, it's so worth it. Because in the things you create, you will surprise yourself in the things that you do. And you'll really blow yourself away with your capabilities. And you'll do things you never knew you were capable of, because you pushed yourself past that undesire to draw and just did it anyway. And that will get you so much farther than just playing around on Minecraft for hours on end in your free time. If you have a minute, just doodle. Do a little sketch here and there. Jot down those ideas for the future. If you're in a situation where you don't have time to draw, that's okay. Just write down your idea and do it later. But don't put it off and just never do it. You know those buildings and those castles you love to build in Minecraft? Try drawing them instead. Instead of just relying on a pre-made software to build the worlds you have in your head, learn how to do them on your own. Learn how to draw those castles and how to do environmental design. And so you can say that you did that and you made that on your own without the help of anything. And that is so much more satisfying in and of itself. The last topic I would like to cover is you need to use more reference. Stop telling yourself that you're cheating because you're using reference, and don't be afraid to admit that you did use reference because you think you're going to get in trouble. Those people on the internet can be pretty entertaining when they attack somebody for using reference in a drawing. But don't let that get you down, and don't let that keep you from using reference. It's not this horrible, terrible thing that everyone on the internet has been telling you, and it is such a helpful tool. Using reference is going to help you so much, because just creating the things you picture in your head isn't going to get you very far. Because it can only get you so far before you don't know how to draw something, and then you have to make up what it looks like, and it looks unnatural because you tried to make it up as you go instead of doing it the right way and just looking up a photo. Especially if you're never going to use it to sell or use it for any kind of commercial use, you've got nothing to worry about. It's okay to reference. No one's gonna come in and tell you you're not an artist or you're a terrible person because you used reference in a drawing. So I'm telling you right now, it's not cheating, it's not a shortcut, it's a very useful tool that is gonna get you so far in your artist career. All those years that you spent drawing animals just from what you imagined in your head, you're not going to ever improve from that. You're just going to keep drawing them wrong the same way. It's just a way of consistently drawing something the wrong way instead of learning how to do it the right way. Lastly, I'd like to say, don't give up. Don't give up because you think you're not good enough. Stop looking at all the other people's artwork on the internet of people that are years and years ahead of you in experience and telling yourself you're a terrible artist because you're not there yet. They're on a different level than you, and you're on a different level than them in a different phase of life. It's okay to not be just as skilled as everyone you come across. You're never going to be the best artist. There's always going to be somebody out there that's better than you, whether it's because you decide that person is better than you or somebody else does. And really, no artist is better than another. We're all just artists, and we all express ourselves differently. And that is the beauty of artwork, is you can create and express something that nobody else can. And that's a pretty awesome thought. So just remember, be you, because you are the only person you can be. And you won't be like anyone else ever. And that's pretty awesome. Well guys, that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed me kind of rambling to myself a bit. I kind of messed up the skin tone on this girl. I think on the camera it looks more yellow than it is. I promise it's more pink. But this was just a very casual coloring with some Prismacolors. I use Prismacolor Premier pencils for this from the 24 pack you can see right here. And for anyone that's wondering what I use to blend the pencil marks together, I used olive oil. And so if anyone comments down in the comment section and asks what I used to blend, you will know they did not stay to the end of the video, so shame on them. Alright, well, that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed me kind of an open letter to myself, I guess you could say, but also I hope you learned some things in there for yourself too if you're a young artist or a beginner artist, things that you can apply to your art journey. Comment below and tell me some things that you wish you had known when you started drawing or you started creating artwork. Also, if you liked this video, be sure to give it a like, and if you're new around here, I create new art videos every single Friday, mostly art tutorials and art discussions like this one. So if you aren't already and you'd like to be sure to join my pirate crew by hitting subscribe right there down below. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next Friday.